Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're doing something really cool. We're going to crack open this fascinating creative proposal to see exactly how you can take a huge abstract idea, a philosophy even, and turn it into something real, something you can see, something you can feel, and crucially, something you can get funded.
All right, so here's how we're going to break this down. First, we'll get into the core philosophy, the big why. Then, we'll see how they plan to paint that picture, the artistic vision. From there, we'll look at the story itself, the three-act journey. Then comes the money part, the art of the ask, and we'll wrap up with a really cool what-if scenario that pushes the whole idea even further.
All right, Section 1, from being to doing. Every great project needs a why. It's the engine behind everything. So let's start there. What's the fundamental idea driving this whole thing?
Okay, so the whole thing is built around this really simple but powerful idea they call the AMR philosophy. It's basically a three-step journey. You start with human being, that's the inner work, understanding yourself. Then you move to human togetherness, which is all about collaboration. And only after that do you get to human doing, where you actually take action in the world. The point is, you can't just skip to the end. Real, meaningful action has to grow from the inside out.
And this right here is the heart of it all. Systemic change begins with inner change. That's not just a tagline, that's the whole mission statement. It's the entire why of the film, boiled down to one single, powerful thought. Everything else we're about to see is anchored to this one idea.
Okay, so you've got this big, profound idea, but how on earth do you film something like inner change? It's invisible, right? Well, that's where the artistic vision comes in. Let's see how they plan to tackle that challenge.
And right off the bat, they do something really clever. They say the style is inspired by the RSA Animate series. If you've seen those, you know exactly what they mean. That awesome, fast-paced, hand-drawn animation that makes really complex ideas feel simple and exciting. This is smart because it gives anyone looking at the pitch an instant visual. They're not guessing, they can picture it. It's a proven way to make big ideas stick.
And this is where it gets really beautiful. They're not just going to show talking heads. Instead, they want to use these incredible visual metaphors. Think about it, a desert suddenly blooming to show personal growth, or shifting mountain landscapes to represent deep reflection. They're literally planning to draw the invisible, turning abstract feelings into something we can see and connect with.
And get this, the detail goes all the way down to the color palette. This isn't just about making it look pretty. The colors are tied to the journey. You've got these earthy Moroccan ochres for that feeling of grounding and discovery, then misty Scottish grays for humility and reflection. It's so thoughtful. Every single choice is designed to tell the story on an emotional level.
So, we have the why and the what. Now for the how. How does this all come together as a story? Let's check out the narrative structure.
And here it is, laid out perfectly. It's a classic three-act structure, just like we saw in the philosophy. Part 1, being, is all about that quiet, internal stuff. Deserts, quiet pools. Then in Part 2, together, the energy shifts. We see people connecting, fireside chats, weaving threads together. Finally, in Part 3, doing, it all comes to life. Ideas become real projects. It's a clear, powerful arc that takes us on the full journey.
Okay, vision is great, art is great, but you know what else is great? Getting paid. So let's talk about the money. This is the art of the ask, and it's where the rubber meets the road. How much are they asking for?
Boom, 20,000 pounds. No beating around the bush, it's a specific, concrete number. This tells potential funders that they've done their homework and they know exactly what they need to bring this vision to life.
And then they do the next smartest thing. They show you exactly where that money is going. You can see the lion's share, 12,000, goes to the animation itself, which makes total sense. Then you've got 4,000 for direction and script and 2 for sound and editing. This isn't just a budget, it's a sign of professionalism. It builds a ton of confidence.
But wait, there's more. A really killer pitch doesn't just give you what you ask for, it shows you what's possible. And that's exactly what they do next. They present a bigger, even more ambitious what-if scenario. So here's the choice they offer. On one hand, you have the manifesto film, one single, powerful 3 to 5 minute story. That's great. But on the other hand, what about an anthology series? Instead of one story, you get 8 shorter, personal films, plus a final episode that ties them all together. You go from one voice to a chorus of voices. It's a much bigger, richer idea.
In this quote, it just nails the entire spirit of that anthology idea. It says, my reality is not your reality,
but together we create a whole reality. Wow, that perfectly captures it, right? It's about how all our unique individual stories come together to create something much bigger and more complete. It's a beautiful, powerful thought to end on.
So when you look at this whole pitch, the takeaway is crystal clear. Turning a philosophy into a film isn't just about having a good idea. It's about building a complete world around that idea, with a unique visual style, a solid story structure, and a practical, trustworthy plan. It shows that even the most abstract concepts can be turned into a story that moves people. Which leaves us with one final thought. How do you turn a philosophy into a story?